Now, the biggest problem with political division between black people is the toxicity that I see on the internet right now. We have liberal and conservative black people, and they're always fighting each other. I will see videos from one side literally clowning the other side, and I will see videos on the other side clowning the other side. There's no common ground between these two sides of the internet, and it's just becoming more and more toxic. You have prominent conservative black speakers on the internet, and those guys get a lot of attention because they are usually in the minority group of the people that are conservatives. So people want to get their perspective. But then when you look at the liberal side, they're usually getting hated by the conservative people because the conservative people like benefit so much off of hating on the liberal people that they don't even want to see the side or the arguments of the people on the left side. So this then leads to a state where you always have people fighting each other, especially people who are black who needs to be together, because I don't see the benefit of division in a group.
Why is it, if you ask almost any black conservative why they are conservative, almost unanimously, their first sentence is going to be something to degrade black people. It's going to be something about black people want to be victims, or black people want to hold on to this, or black people don't do that. Why does your first sentence have to be something to disenfranchise you from your blackness?
That's the biggest call out for the people who are conservatives, black so called. They're always talking down on the people who are liberal. And I'm someone that completely understand the need for people to fight for themselves and to not over rely on the government. But I don't think it's wrong for black people to want to protest something, right? Or black people want to come together and fight against something. The ability to be involved in your government is important. And if you're not doing it, you can learn to do it. I'm someone that is not as involved in governmental shit as I should be, right? And I can't work on that as a human being. Nobody's perfect, but the fact that conservative black people go out of their way to hate on liberal black people because liberal black people are so-called holding on to things and not being responsible for their own actions, it just seems stupid, right? The only reason black people have the right to be conservative is because there were liberal people or people who are involved in politics that fought for that right. And that mindset will always be in people, whether black, white, Asian, blue, green, purple, is always going to be in people. People are always going to want to fight for something to make the state of their people better. Now, this is what leads to the plight of the conservative, right? The conservative people always feel as though they're being attacked by the liberal people, being called names like coons, anything out there that you put on a conservative person to literally shame them because they're black.
These black conservatives do not mind selling out at all.
That is the big deal, selling out. That's the big problem with the liberal people that they have with the conservative people. But here's what you gotta realize, my boy. We're still good. We're still good, though. We all gotta unite, my boy, because this doesn't help anyone, all right? Like, if you are a liberal black person, you're gonna get hated by the conservative. You're gonna get told that you're a victim all the time. You have a victim mindset. You don't want to work hard to get up there and improve yourself and stop relying on the government. But then if you are a conservative black person who wants to do all that, you get called cone, you get called attention seeking, validation seeking. You get put into these categories just because of your political views. It seems like black people want to just be the same. It seems like we don't appreciate any individuality within this group, this race. You got to understand that just because you have the same skin color as someone, it doesn't mean that you are the same as them. We have the whole civil rights movement to tell us that that is not the case. You can have more in common with a white person than you do with a black person. That is how life works. That's how we work as people. All right, we're seeing through our eyes. We're not seeing ourselves first and then seeing the person. We're seeing the people that we interact with, the communities that we live in, the environment that we're brought up in. Those are things that actually influence and impact the kind of people that we become at the end of the day. So if we start really criticizing people for their own individual mindset and their own individual beliefs about things, we start holding that as a personal insult towards them. We strip away every individuality and force people into these two boxes, left or right. And then we just stamp down and just start to hate and hate and hate. Instead of seeing that there are multiple millions of boxes, 13 million boxes to be exact, of black people in this country, and each one of them are their own entity, their own unique being that deserves to be heard and understood for who they are. They don't have to be a conservative or liberal. You can be your own person. You can think for yourself. Like, we can't just be calling each other's names on the internet because we have different views. If someone thinks differently from you as a black person, their view is a little more conservative, you put them in the cone box. It's so stupid. Now, this leads to people actually going out on the internet rage baiting, calling their fellow black people like names that are crazy, bro.
Niggas ruin everything for black people. The main reason for why black people have so many problems is because we don't police the niggas in our community. We let niggas do whatever the fuck they want, and guess what? They have a blank check to do whatever the fuck they want.
Hell no.
This is what it leads to. This is what it leads to because we have created two sides, and the best way to foster division within any group, within any country, but still maintain control is to have two sides fighting against each other because they're so fixated on the other 50%. Like I always say this, I think I've said this in another video, right? If you have three sides, for example, you always have the lesser of two evils, and the lesser of two evils is usually the compromise and the balance. So because we don't have that, we have the left and the right. These people will always fight each other to the end of time. Black people fought for civil rights. Now there's nothing to fight for. We're not fighting each other. Every group goes through this bullshit. And like, we got to understand that it doesn't solve anything. It leads to more people on the internet creating videos to make money off of this dumb shit. And at the end of the day, it hurts us more than it helps us. Now, what to do? The best thing to do is to consume the media that's out there and make your own beliefs, your own thoughts and ideas about it. I know young people tend to fall for one view over the other very quickly. People tend to get persuaded and put their personalities on a certain viewpoints, but I think that's something we got to stray away from and develop more individual thinking and ideas about these things. You can consume liberal content and conservative content at the same time. When you do that, I think that's the best way you can make an informed decision. If you want to go and do something as important as vote, you can't tell me the only news you consume is of one side. Then you're not trying. Like, a lot of people say they vote, and I'm just gonna say it out of my ass here. If you are voting and you don't understand both sides, you're biased voting. Yeah, go and vote is important, but like, you're creating an echo chamber. Like, the best way to do these things, especially when it comes to political stuff and ideology and psychology, philosophy, understanding both sides is usually how you make progress because you collect the good. There's no way 50% of people in this great country are stupid and dumb. There's no way 50% or the half, right, that is conservative of black people. There's no way those half of black people are dumb, stupid coons and absolute trash that you can't hear what they have to say. And there's no way black people who are on the liberal side, all of those people, those smart, intelligent people, there's no way you can tell me none of what they have to say makes sense or is important at all. I think these two sides are super important for the development and the progress of black people as a whole in this country. We shouldn't alienate either side and then pretend like we're making progress. No, that's how you get race-based content. That's how you get people calling black people these names on the internet, and you go no fucking where. People just use it as fucking content, bro. Thank you for watching. Peace out, bro. We still good.